Welcome to the Raise Your Energy podcast. My name is Linda and I'm your host and energy expert. If you are fed up with thinking so negatively about everything and everyone, then this is your episode. You will find out why you are constantly thinking more negatively than positively and how you can actually change that once and for all. So stay tuned. If you are watching to this episode, then you have something in your life that you would like to change. And today's focus is on our thoughts, specifically all those nasty negative thoughts. Please hear me when I say that you are not alone if you are struggling with all of these negative thoughts in your head. Most people are leading a life filled with negative thoughts just about everything. The world, other people, their job, their boss, their colleagues, and sometimes certain family members. And most negatively, we do think about ourselves. One of the reasons for this is that our brain, our mind are wired towards having more negative than positive thoughts. 70% of our thoughts are negative by default. Studies and research have shown that we are more likely to have a negative thought than a positive one. But when I ask people in my workshops or in my program when they first arrive, their answer to that question of how much of their thoughts are negative is more like 90 to 95% of their time. And maybe you feel like that too. I first of all want to applaud you to that awareness of knowing that you have a lot of negative thoughts in your mind. That alone is already a first step on your journey to change it. How many people are not even aware that most of their thoughts are negative? I'm sure you can think of someone like that, right? Not only are you aware, but you have as well a desire to change it, right? You are as well aware of the impact that those negative thoughts actually have on you. You might not know the science or the biology of that impact of what it does to our body, to our mind, and how we live our lives. But you know, it doesn't make you lead a very happy life. It doesn't make you happy. It doesn't make you feel good, right? And knowing all of this is already your first victory. So today I'm going to give you a simple approach to how to change your negative thoughts to much more positive thoughts. And simple does not mean easy. If it would be easy, everybody would be doing it, and they're not. But you are here with me right now for a good reason. Take this as a sign from the universe that you are ready to change and that you can actually overcome yourself in that change process. Because that's what it's all about, to overcome ourselves. You see, the thoughts that you are having became a habit. Those negative thoughts that you keep having are a habit. And when you create a habit, you keep doing the same thing, right? So you keep having the same kind of negative thoughts. So changing your thoughts from being negative to being more positive is as straightforward as changing a habit. And of course, some habits are easier to change than others. But when we change a habit, we have to overcome our current self that is living that habit and that is embodying that habit. We all have habits. Some are really good, some are really useful, and some are the ones that we would like to let go of. In this case, you have a habit of thinking negative thoughts that keep feeding each other like a cycle, like a loop. And the good news is that you can change a habit. We all have done it before. And if we can do it once, it means we can do it again. But what happens when we want to break a habit? It's the same as if you want to stop smoking after 20 years or stop eating chocolate for a whole month. Your body will get cravings. The same as a cigarette or a piece of chocolate, your body will want to have the same old thoughts than it usually has. Again, we have to overcome ourselves in that period of craving those same old negative thoughts. We need to work with our body and help it to overcome that habit. We need to stay aware of what is happening in that change process when it feels much easier to just go back in having those same old negative thoughts than actually to change and create more positive thoughts. So, what will help us do that? Instead of just stopping ourselves from having those negative thoughts, the solution is to change that habit of having negative thoughts into a habit of having positive thoughts. To reprogram our subconscious so it goes by default to positive thoughts. If by default 70% of our thoughts are negative, and lots of my clients actually rather say that their thoughts are more 90 to 95% negative, then it means we can actually move as well the needle the other way, in the other direction, and actually lower the percentage of those negative thoughts. And I have asked my clients after going through the program and implementing all those tools and techniques into their life, and most of them have reported having more like 20, 30, 40% of their thoughts being negative per day. And that was just after 2 weeks. So can you imagine how you could change all of your thoughts in 4 weeks, in 2 months, in a year? So I invite you to make up your mind. Literally, make up your mind to change your mind. I know you can do it. I believe in you. The same as people can stop smoking or stop eating chocolate, you can let go of the habit of negative thoughts and just create a new habit of positive thoughts. So let's talk about how to do it. You want to strengthen your positive thought muscles. The same as when you go to the gym and you do your reps to build up your muscles, you want to spend time practicing your thoughts muscles, your positive thought muscles. When I teach my clients to change their whole state of being, we work on creating new positive thoughts, empowering thoughts, and unlimiting beliefs. And I can tell you, it doesn't always come easy at the beginning. One good tip I have for you is to listen to yourself. Sounds funny? Okay. See, we are influenced all day long by information that is around us through TV, through the radio, social media, and all the people in our life. When have you spent the last time 5 minutes in silence just by yourself? Well, that's actually what I will ask you to do. I want you to spend time away from the news, from social media, from watching your favorite TV programs, and from the same people that you interact with every single day. Because this is all part of that habit. That is all keep fueling your habit of having negative thoughts. This is the environment that has kept that habit alive for years. So what better way to create some new thoughts and a new habit than by stepping out of that environment and actually going inwards? It's as simple as sitting down somewhere where you won't be disrupted. I like to put on some noise cancelling headphones so I won't be disrupted by any other noises in the house or outside. And then I close my eyes and I'll go inwards. And you can even ask yourself a question. How do I rather want to think? What thought do I rather want to program into my subconscious mind about this topic? And when you ask yourself that question, then I want you to stay silent. Be in the silence and see what comes up. It's really helpful for you to have maybe a notebook nearby, a piece of paper and a pen for you to write down what comes up. And then keep moving back into that silence and check in with yourself if there is anything else that wants to come up. This is a great technique to create new positive thoughts that are truly aligned with yourself and that are your own words that come from the inside of you. And when you have prepared new powerful and positive thoughts, then I want you to change your thinking every time you catch yourself being in one of those negative thinking loops. Stop yourself, overcome that habit of keep having those kind of negative thoughts, and start having that new powerful and positive thought. Every time you catch yourself, it's a victory. And every time you catch yourself, you're weakening that old habit of negative thinking and you're strengthening that new habit of positive thinking. Now, if your inner voice is telling you now that this is too hard, this is too much work, or it won't work for you, what kind of thoughts are that? Negative thoughts? Well, what a surprise. We are our biggest critics, and we are the only ones standing in the way of positive change. If you want to learn more about how to change, particularly that kind of negative self-talk, then listen to episode 29. I will link to it for you so you can go straight afterwards to it. And let me be your cheerleader now until you are good enough at doing it for yourself. You are a genius. You have all the answers already inside of you. You just have to practice listening to it and shut up that ever-chatting mind that is dragging you to those negative thoughts. And you are ready for this. And if you are serious about changing this and want to have a much more positive outlook onto your life, then come and join me in the Change Your Mind, Create New Results program. I teach you how to change your thoughts and reprogram your subconscious mind to much more positive thoughts. How does it sound to have a cheerleader by your side in this process for 3 months to help you make these changes once and for all? Good, right? So then decide to make that change today and come and join us in the program. Check out all the information and how to register via the link below the video. And thank you so much for watching this video today. If you liked it and you learned a lot from it, then let me know below in the comments and give me a thumbs up. I would really appreciate it. And with that, I love you and leave you. Talk soon and bye-bye.